There you go. I don't know if y'all can hear me. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you perfect.
Yeah, we hear you.
You hit the live button. Hey, well, welcome. Happy Wednesday, guys. If you have not done so already, please make sure y'all hit the like button. I'm not done so already. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button. I'm not done so already. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Thank you for tuning in to KL Culture Radio. Hey, guys, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
It's good what they do.
What's going on, people? I'm good. Good. Let's go. Let's get it.
Yeah, go ahead, John. Go ahead and do your thing. What's going on, Gore? What's happening?
What's going on, peoples? Thank you.
Oh, what's good, baby?
What's going on? What's going on? Yes, sir. Thank you guys coming in the chat. Y'all see the title? We're gonna get into it. So it's about the women, especially in 2023. As in, it's like I said, the dating scene, it's not really that good, and we just want to know, what women really want, if they want a husband or they just want to get tricked on. Definitely want to get it from ladies in the comments, of what they like or what they desire. But we just want to know because, like I said, because I know a lot of people don't want to get married, or there are some people that do want to get married. And I believe this video will help y'all some men. It's like to tell the difference of what a woman wants. Either they want to get tricked on, to spend money on them, and also if they're looking for a husband, or just looking at the traits of what they desire, or what they want in a husband, just to be married. So we're gonna play 2 videos. We're gonna play one video discuss about a woman her talk about looking for a husband, and then we'll play another video about a straight up gold digger. She just want to get money and that's it. Go ahead.
But let me say what I desire. The Bible doesn't give a whole lot of information necessarily on how we date. But we can look at the characteristics of God to determine what type of person we want. So I'm not telling you a person that I want to date. I'm telling you what I want from a husband.
Fact.
So from a husband, I desire a man who has very clear vision.
Yes.
He is clear about purpose and destiny, not just for himself, but a man who you marry has to be able to cultivate what is in and on you as well. So I can't have a man who is unclear about where he is going and who is intimidated by what and who I am. He has to be able to help me cultivate what I am as well. So I desire clear vision. I desire clear purpose. I need definition. I'm not a go with the flow type of woman. I need to know where we going, what we doing, what's the destination. I thrive. Hear this. I thrive when I know what's going on, and I shouldn't have to ask you. I need you to lay out the plan for us. Take me on a drive. Huh? 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 Huh?
Go ahead, go stand up.
Wait
Go
a
stand
minute,
up, stand up, stand up.
Hold on. Listen, I don't care if you gotta put me in a car. We ain't gotta have no money at this point, but hold on. Put me in a car, drive me around, talk to me. Tell me, baby, this is what we're getting ready to do. This is the land that I desire to buy. These are the businesses that I desire to have. This is what I want. Make it clear. I thrive in clarity. The Bible says that God is not the author of confusion. So I ought to know exactly where I stand with you. Hear this. I ought to know exactly where I stand with you. And I ought to know where I fit in your life. I'm not competing with your mama, your sister, your daughters, your dog.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi,
What's your name? I'm London.
I'm Sarah.
London. Nice to meet you. How's your day going?
Good.
Good? Where you headed to?
Out.
Oh, you going out? Well, look, you're very beautiful. Maybe we can get to know each other or something. So, yeah, let me get your number or something.
I think I'm good. Thank you so much. How are we getting?
I mean, you see, I'm getting in it, right?
Yeah, I mean.
Nah, it's not a rental. It's mine.
We can, maybe go to the mall, do something fun.
To the mall for what? I just met you.
Just,
I don't even know you at all.
but you can get to know me.
Me
I'm
wrong.
sorry, maybe my first impression of you was wrong. I was in a hurry, so I just maybe overlooked.
I just don't like the way you was acting over there. What are your standards?
I like luxury. I want to go on trips.
You're nothing. So you can get the out of my car because I don't gold diggers.
Okay.
Oh, digger, man.
First of all, we gotta shout out to John Smith, man. Where you been at, baby? John Smith is in the building.
Whoa!
He is back, baby. We missed you, man. Shout out to John Smith. I just had to stick it out there. It's been a minute, buddy. Welcome to have you back, buddy. Welcome to have you back. But anyways,
The prodigal son has returned.
he has returned. He has returned home. But anyway, so we're definitely going to discuss about it as a difference between if a woman wants a husband or a wife. We definitely gonna break it down because, like I said, we're in 2023. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. We all talk. It's a big thing to talk about relationships. If a woman wants to get spend off, want to trick. I want the money. I want to go shopping, this and that. And go back to the woman want a husband. They require these type of things in order to get a husband. So definitely gonna break it down. And I'm gonna pass it to you guys. So what y'all think about this topic? What you think about these women in 2023?
This is very interesting topic. Now I say women, like I always talk about every time we go live, I always talk about the simple fact that women today are already not focused on marriage. Marriage is not really something really women are really focused on. It's more of a man thing than actual woman thing. Women today want the freedom to be able to date, want the freedom to be able to trick, and want the freedom to be able to pretty much do what they want without the pressure of someone trying to offer marriage to them. Yeah, it's a good thing for them to do, but they're not something they're really into right now at the moment. Now, can it change? Yeah. But is it this generation? I think not. This generation is pretty much focused more on women's liberation. Women want to be free. They don't want to be tied down. They don't want to be held down. And they just want to pretty much have fun. So that's why I said I like the second video when the guy, even though I know the video is fake, but I just like the concept of the video because it showed that women are more attracted to materialistic things. That if you have a nice car, sometimes you can persuade women to date you. Most guys, that's what they try to do now. They don't really have a lot of talk game. They feel like, if I show a woman a nice car, I would be able to pick up any girl that I want, which is actually false because that technically that don't happen all the time. But if you live in a city area, you can't have results like that. But the first clip of the woman minister, that I'll probably go in later about, but majority of that be cap. Most women don't really want a God-fearing woman. There's countless video where there's women say, I want a God-fearing man, but then the same woman will go and cheat with a guy that's pretty much less than or don't even have nothing to offer. So that was it. It's just a whole nother situation. But I just want to hear y'all guys take on it. But I think now marriage is pretty much thrown out the window a long time ago. And now a lot of churches not even preaching marriage anymore. They're mostly preaching pretty much women freedom and women liberation. I'm just being honest. Because majority of the churches are right now are supported by women. That's just my take for now. Go ahead, again.
No, definitely, brothers and sisters. Wonderful. Shout outs to Truth in the building, John Smith. We miss you. Shout outs to the Queen, Natasha Vincent, Montreal. Shate de la Natasha. For me, I'm gonna say this. This is a great topic because we need to define what is it that we want. And the thing about that is what the lady said is in contrast to what most women in America want. Women mass protection and providing under that they want somebody to have more money than them. You know what I mean? And being a husband is a multi-layered situation. Like the ladies say, you know what I mean? If a man who has a clear vision, he has a destiny to take you to where you got to go. I think that when we start to look at society today, we have pivoted away from traditional ways. You know, I mean, I don't even think people can spare God-fearing, let alone want somebody who's that. Because if you're a God-fearing person, the first thing you're not going to judge is money. You want to judge on the character of the person. Does he respect his mother? Does he respect his sister? Does he wake up and go to work every day? Even if he's at a minuscule job. And I think that's the point that we need to get to. What do you want? Do you want money? Because we all know this. Men with money are not the most friendliest. They're not the most nicest. And they're not the most generous. We've heard many people say this. You feel what I'm trying to say? So, you know what I mean? That's my point for now. Mm-hmm.
Personally, for me, Brian made a good point of, you know, churches is already preaching marriage like that no more. You know, they mostly preaching hope, and you can see the marriage is really dying, and you can see, like, you know, preachers, it's not looking for what you expect for a husband. We looking for like a competent man, looking for a competent husband. So you see that, you know, if the church is not preaching, then the more likely is, you know, they really gonna look out of looking for a man. They really gonna view a man in their own way, not looking at, you know, what a pastor say, what the Bible say, or also maybe what their fathers say or something like that. I really think that especially like being, you know, big cities, you know, living in Miami and also living in here in LA, and, you know, there's a lot of women out here, you know, just kind of really want to get tricked on. You know, it's a city vibe. It's the city girl vibes. You know, they see, you know, nice cars, nice hotels, nice houses. You know, and they see something like that, they get attracted to it. And then when they see guys that drive these, you know, Lambos or, you know, Bentleys or that type of stuff, they just feel like they just want the lifestyle of it, you know, but not actually want to do the work as, you know, being a wife. And, you know, and there's some of these, like I said, there's some of these men out there who do trick on women, you know, just to have somebody to look for, to have some by their side to look good for while they walking out or anything, or going out or something like that. And, you know, and there's also, you know, not worry about, not, you know, just paying on it and not worry about them either, you know, because, you know, for some men, with some men, they probably have a certain status where they have money, maybe in their 20s and 30s, you know, they just want to say, hey, you know, this is how I am. I want to be a playboy, and this is who I am for now, you know. And this is, and then, you know, a lot of men is, I don't know, I'll just say it for me, a lot of men, you know, especially in this time, because there's a lot of incels out there. So they don't know maybe the value of a family, of having like a wife or a long-time relationship or anything. And I think we're lost in that in 2023. And that's why, you know, we keep talking about relationships. Relationships is such a big topic to talk about, because nobody knows what the hell they're doing. You know, they don't know what to do. They just live in life. They just live in life, and that's all they know. I feel like, you know, especially for us and hopefully other content creators, you know, they can speak about more about marriages, and also talk about families and how to build a family. And if we could keep doing that, because we can definitely see maybe an uptick in marriage. But the thing is about, you know, marriage rates had been going down, you know, for decades and decades and decades. And, you know, and a lot of people, you know, they get married, and the thing is, you know, they might not be committed to their marriage, and then 5-6 years later they get divorced because of lack of commitment, infidelity, a lot of arguing, and it's so much arguing. They don't know what to do. They don't know the steps to take. Probably communicating with one another, and that's a big thing about that. Is, you know, a lot of people don't know how to communicate with each other. They don't know how to build a family, and a lot of people's not preaching that. You know, you got the Red Pill concept we talked about, you know, last week about, you know, this, you know, how, you know, the Red Pill just talk about, you know, has sex with a lot of women and just live like a playboy lifestyle. And to me, it's like, that's not a wholesome living the living life. To me, the wholesome living the living life is, you know, is being in the family, is building a family. And I know you guys, y'all was in a 2-parent household. You know, your parents was married. You know, me, my mom or my dad wasn't married, but I was in a family where I had a lot of marriages in my family. and I can see the benefits of that. Of just how close and tight my family are. Even though majority of my family is in Michigan, we might check. We probably be on the group chat or be on Telegram to keep texting each other because I see how when you build a family, you can build a strong bond, with your family and everything. And your family is always there to help you out. You can always call sometimes if some good news or bad news, and to me, I think I'm thankful for that. But the thing is, a lot of people don't know how important or how big of an impact a family can be in your life, and also how you can pass it on to generation to generation. That's my thing. That's my thing for right now.
No, but I was reading because I listened to Cynthia G, right? She made a statement how they say black women don't really benefit from marriage. So when she said that statement, I said, okay, let me go ahead and do some research about it. So when I did some research and I was looking at the data, based on the data now, they're saying that black women do not benefit from marriage because of the simple fact of black men lack a certain amount of resources. So, mind you, black women tend to be the most very educated people out of the group when it comes to quote unquote their education. And I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to well studies. So if you have black women doing research like that and say, okay, I don't benefit from marriage. If I marry to a black man, I'm not pretty much gonna gain wealth. So they tend to not find marriage attractive. That's why right now it's very hard for especially black men today to get married because of the simple fact there's a lot of black women that listen to certain content creators who's saying that black women don't really benefit from marriage. So, and if that gets spread around, you think women today gonna get married? Hell no. So that's why it's very important for content creators to be very careful to give out certain information. And not only that, for people to actually do their research. But based on the data, what Cynthia G was saying, I did research on the data. She was pretty much telling the truth on that aspect. Go ahead, Kim. I know you was going to say something.
Yeah. So I like that you say that because, she's a detractor to what we're trying to do. She basically, for whatever reason, she had her issue with her dad. And it's the reason why she has an ultimate hatred towards black men. Now, reason why black women don't, if they feel like they don't benefit, which is a funny thing, is that there's multi-layer situations to the black men in America's situation. Still, overwhelmingly, the percentage has always stayed. We still date and marry black women. Overwhelmingly, 84%. You know what I mean? The problem is we have a lot of self-hatred people in the YouTubians who are telling us, John Smith, you're right. The passport bros are a whole other situation. They're only maybe a 0.1% of whatever issue that is. The thing that I'm trying to say is this. We make stuff as we go along. And that's the biggest issue that we have here. Everybody's speaking their opinions, but none of it's factual. Me personally, I'm a product of a two-parent household. I see what the beautifulness of having two parents in the household. You know what I mean? Whatever situation, and this is where the image of black men has to change for us to say this. Yes, they're going to say black men cheat and do all this other thing. That still is a small percentage of people. No matter what it is, when you go down and look at the statistics for the same, just like Natasha said earlier, there's always going to be benefit when you're getting married. You feel me? Getting married overweights any other thing people are talking about. They want us not to be together. When there's unity, when there's marriage, you're able to build a community. When you build a community, you build a strong force in your neighborhood or in the city. Chinese, they have a very low divorce rate. The Hispanics, for God's sakes, legally, they might not be married on paper, but their unionship has all father. You could typically find a father at home. There's a lot of black men who are not being counted in the home with black women because they're just legally not married. That's a whole nother conversation. You feel what I'm trying to say? So we need to identify this to the thing and point out the people who are trying to keep us away from each other, because it's a deal of self-hatred. And that's the thing. And when we can combat that, we can move forward on a lot of positive things.
And one of the things I think we use in the Black communities, especially, well, I would say men and women. It's like we use celebrities as our pedestal of marriage or not. And the thing is, it's like that's a part of the worst thing you can do, because they're on a different stratosphere. They're not the average people living how we live it. And the thing is, and that's the terrible thing about it, is we use celebrities for that, but that's not the case. If you could go around and see this church or something, or just go around and see, like I said, the average people have average problems. I could definitely say, for me, it's like being in a small city, born and raised. I can definitely see. I would say maybe 50 or 60%, because probably, but I live in Pontiac, and there's probably maybe 100,000 people living in city of Pontiac. I would say maybe 50 that I see people that are married or people that are not married. But the thing is, it's like in that small city, everybody kind of knows each other, because everybody went to the same school. We barely born and raised in the same neighborhood. If we go to like the south side of Pontiac, we know who stays there. We go to the east side of Pontiac, we know who stays there. So for me, like living in small cities, I could definitely see, it's like, okay, I could see, who is on this side is married and who is not. Now being, living in different cities, it's a totally different thing, because the city is so big and there's so many people, also in a melting pot. Now, I'll break it down for, from the Hispanics, Asians, blacks and whites and everything. And seeing all that, living in Miami and in LA, I can see, I can like kind of break it down into races. Everything. Okay, cool. I see the majority of Asians are married, majority of white people are married, and especially here in Los Angeles, the 50% of the population is Latinos, and majority of them are married. And now I just break it down. It's like, okay, cool. Okay, what's going on in our community? Why we're not, being married enough? Why are we not, marrying so quickly to help build our community? Because I feel like, people, like I said, I've said it before, people don't, in our community, people, they don't know how to communicate properly. Usually when we communicate, we start arguing, we really start cussing each other out. And when you start cussing each other out, you just splitting venom. You just split venom in that man, poison. He's like say, you kind of hurting that person emotionally, from men and women. And I feel like, if we find out a way we could communicate better, not cussing at each other, not yelling at each other, and just really trying to find a solution. And hopefully, if you need help with that, maybe you need some type of therapy or couple counseling, and really figure out how to really communicate with each other, especially in our community. I definitely see there's a better chance of, us getting married, because if we stop spitting venom with each other, and really start hurting our people, hurting each other, we can definitely see a turnaround. But like I said, we have, some of these spaces, just because, that's out there, that especially, in our Black community, we just, really argue with each other. We don't really find solutions. When we see other panels, they yelling at each other. Hey, it's like, I don't want to hear this. I don't know what you're talking about. And not just really listening to each other and really find a solution. And I feel like our Black community, we're really not solution based. And that's what hurts us in not getting married.
No, that's a fact. And I'm with John Smith, because we already get John Smith a great introduction, because he's been gone for a very long time. I think he's a truck driver. That's why I think he's been gone for so long. But marriage is not for everybody, and I stated that so many times. When we talking about marriage is not for everybody. It's only a small select of people who can and wants to get married. Not everybody wants to get married, because the simple fact is it's too much pressure, it's too much responsibility. Remember, the women is dependent on you. Men tend to don't want that type of pressure. Men tend to want to have that freedom. Women too, because we can't always say men, women too. Women sometimes want to have that freedom too. They don't want to be tied down. They want to be able to wake up, go see whoever they want to see with, and now have no form of accountability to know that, okay, this person I'm tied down to. Some people like the trick. You know, some men heavy like to trade. They like to go on vacation and meet different type of women. They don't want to be able to say, hey, to call someone like, hey, oh, babe, where I'm at, what you doing? So I would say marriage isn't for everybody. And I think if people start pushing marriage to people, I think people will realize, okay, it's my decision if I want to get married or not. But right now, it seems like marriage is pushed to tell you, oh, go ahead and get married. Go ahead and get married. Go ahead and get married. So when you tell people go do something, what's going to happen? People tend to not want to do it. Go ahead, Akeem.
No, I definitely agree with you. And you know, marriage isn't for everybody, and some people do need to realize that situation so they won't mess up people for the next person. And I'm only speaking from the point of people who want to get married. Oh my God, red lipstick vibes.
Building, we missed you.
Jeezy, where you been at, baby? Where you been at? Are you good? We hope you're doing good, baby. So you know, from that point, I always say this, but I'm speaking from the point I'm speaking from a man who wants to get married, who wants to cultivate and build that bond between somebody. And you know what I mean, you're gonna want what you're typically grown to in your seed. And sometimes people, if not that's grown, but that's just a natural instinct for you to want to share that bond with somebody. So I'm speaking for the ones who wants to get married. I'm speaking for the ones who value a partnership, who value a partner in to see what you can do. Not saying that you can't do it by yourself, but life is a lot beautiful when you can share it with someone.
I got a question for you guys, and this is going on based on the women that want to get tricked on. Do you think that women are really gonna get tricked on because maybe they ain't had a daddy who really wasn't there, they really just spend it on them, or maybe they're just been spoiled by their daddy? It's like, hey, if my daddy do this, then this is what my man's gonna do.
No, that's a good point. The father plays a good part. Most of especially in the black community, most black women are not raised with their fathers. There's only a small group of women that is raised with the father now. That's why I say it's very important when a woman have when a man and a woman, especially in the black community, have a baby girl. It's good to have the father there at all times so they can see the role of a father. Mm-hmm. But if the baby mama push the father out or make the father not be attracted to raising kids, it brings harm than good to the girl, because then now the girl don't never see that dominance. They never see how a man really truly in it, right? And they never see that masculine side of a strong black man. They don't see it. So guess what? Where they gonna get this knowledge and this education from? Either from the streets, meaning from school or television, or like I always say, majority of the time, black women are at church. They will look up to their pastor as an image of a man or what a man is supposed to be. Go ahead, Akeem.
No, definitely. You stated something that's really, really important. And I'm going to get to this point, but let me read this. Tied down, checking in are negative connotations for marriage, while being accountable to your couple is a positive correlation. Think good thoughts on the things you want, get good outcomes. She just summed it up what I just said in my previous monologue. You feel what I'm trying to say? Marriage has been promoted very negatively, because you want to know why? We have a lot of homeboys who probably went through some stuff. Me and Roni know one person personally, and even then, after I looked at him, I still didn't think that still didn't deter me from wanting to get married. Because you want to know why? I know marriage is work. Being in friendships is work. Loving your parents is work. Loving your brothers and sisters is work. Waking up in the morning just to go to work, that's work. What's the difference about sharing that with a person of the opposite sex? Somebody who cares about you. We're so quick to just quickly cut things off when stuff get rough, when we know that's just a storm. Because after a couple of years of being with somebody and understanding who they is like riding a bike. But we don't stay that long to figure it out. Go ahead, brothers.
Yeah, that's true, Akeem. I say personally for me, you know, when being in Pontiac, just seeing the surrounding I was in, I just knew it's like There's not a lot of collie black women in my area that I was looking for. So for me, it was like, okay, cool. But what would I do next? I know if I go to another city or go to another state, maybe I can find something like that. And I feel like there's some people, they get so comfortable in their environment and they just see so many, people they might not be compatible with, or also they might not find, that's good quality. They can say, hey, I'm not gonna get married, or I'm not gonna get in a long-term relationship because it's the environment I in. I feel like, I feel like for people, I feel like people don't have, they just think about negative thoughts, but not think about good thoughts and say, what's the world got for me? And that's what we see, with the rise of the passport bros, because, they see that American women's not good for them. So not only they don't stay in America, they travel to other countries and look for that. And I feel like, some of our people in our community, they didn't want to get out their shell or getting out from their hood or getting out from their city. And I feel like if you see a lot of people try to get out their city and really explore and see what the America or the world got for them, and they can probably see something good in the world, maybe they could change their mind. But to me, that's one of the reasons that you don't see, like I said, especially black men who live in the hood or something like that. They like I said, they don't want to get out. They feel like they're stuck in their comfort zone. This is where they're comfortable.
No, but the situation with the rise of the passport, bro, people got to keep forgetting. People tend to forget. But the passport, bro, has been around for years. That's not nothing new. It's been around. However, it's just because the reason why people are talking about it is because black men are starting to do it more. White men been doing it for so long. And when I mean white men, I mean like wealthy white men, regular white men been doing it for a very long time. They've been going to the Philippines. They've been going to Europe. They've been going to like other Caribbean cultures, islands. So they've been doing that for a long time. However, when black men started promoting it, be like, you know what, we're done dealing with black women because black women here are not being submissive. Black women here are not really listening to us. Let's just get our passport. Let's just go overseas because we're gonna find something that we're looking for. But the problem is with the passport, bro, they're not promoting marriage either. They're promoting going out there and tricking. Let me go get a woman. I'm sleeping with the woman and I'm getting the baddest woman. So there's no form of marriage anywhere. And that's the issue. Because I always say, if you're going to promote something, promote it right. Like Natasha say, marriage pretty much got a negative connotation on it. Nobody want to talk about the truth about it. They always talk about the negative. Oh, my wife is this, my wife is that, my wife is it. No. So where's the good in the marriage? There is good in marriage as well. Go ahead.
No. You're very, very right. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the point when we start talking about it, and we want to start touching. It's so funny. I want to point this out, but I want to read this. Yeah, but everyone who hasn't been married, you think you know what it's going to be like, but you don't know until you're in it. Always expect your partner to be capable of being crazy than you believe. Now, just hear me out. If you read the comment before that, Philippians 4:8, it says, we are told to think of good things. If you come into something negative, negativity is going to happen. The thing about it is, we're not going to come in this as a fairy tale. We definitely got to understand and be like, hey, we know this is going to be a serious thing. You know what I mean? But the thing about it is, everybody think this is going to be peaches and cream. There's different nuances to being with somebody you haven't been with. Coming from a different culture, coming from a different country, coming from a different street, growing up in a different city. These things all matter at times, but if love is the binding force and God, you can make through this. But the point is, who's willing to try and stay in this? Most people are just say, oh, I'm going to give up. Depending on the circumstances of things, no, I definitely mean you say, I don't mean be blind. No, we definitely know that. You know what I mean? I just think that we need to talk about this because the statistics are out. Dating in the United States is down by 50%. 50%. That means that people are not dating. That's half of the population. Then they say by 2040, women from 20 to 40 are going to be single and childless. So what's going on here? And there's different nuances with that. More men are not making money than more women. And as women make more money, their expectations are still the same as they was 20 years ago, meaning that they want somebody to provide and protect or make money to them. Some things might have to be adjusted due to what we're going through. You feel what I'm saying?
But do you think that women will actually, I want to say lower their standards, or how can I say this? Do you think the women, you know, are willing to adjust their standards, or are they just a woman who make more money? Do you feel like women can really think about adjusting their standards or bringing? To me, it's just like, you know, if a woman's making a little bit more money than a guy that she's with, it could be 10 or 20,000. To me, that's not really big of a deal, because, like I said, you just look at it, you know, you still get it taxed out. But the thing is about it, you have the extra income that's in that household. You can still build some. You can still build some with that income. I don't think, and I think, you know, with some women, they just think like, you know, if I make more money than my husband, then he's not doing anything. But that's not the case. If you bring in another income, if y'all talk about, you know, how you work with your finances. If you got to be a 50-50 relationship, 60-40, 70-30, 80-20, and then also making a plan of, you know, a short-term plan of 4 or 5 years. Hey, you know, this is my plan to make more money, either, you know, moving up into a company or having some type of side gig. And I don't think a lot of people really think about that. They just think about, you know, 9-to-5ers, a basic average job, and they're not gonna get nothing for that. But no, there's more to that. If you can talk about your finances or how to make more money, it can work. Because if you talk about finances and making more money, you helping yourself out, you helping each other, you helping you and her out, and also you're kind of, you know, building wealth in yourself and kind of building a community, because you're figuring out a way to work. And I feel like, you know, a lot of people are not communicating us like, hey, how can we make this work in the short term? How we can make this work in the long term? And I feel like it's something that just give up out of the ordinary.
No, but Hakeem say the marriage rate is down right now, and he said about 2040, pretty much women gonna be challenged and not heard that, but have nobody to be with. It's because of the simple fact you have content creators and you have content that's out now that's pushing that marriage is not a good thing, and that's something that's not attractive. And that's why I said earlier when I stated that how if women say that they're not benefiting from marriage and women are doing research like that, they're not gonna want to do it. And men today, they're more afraid about getting married than the women are, because they say, oh, if I'm gonna get married, what happens if I don't make enough money? If my wife is gonna leave me, if my wife is gonna cheat on me. So all that goes through the man's mind. And a prime example, I was gonna tell Just Hit Me Out. That's why it's so important to have somebody that you know that's married around you, so you can kind of see the idea how marriage go. Like, for example, I got Jordan, I got of course I got my father, and I also have my homeboy Jabari, and I see how he does his marriage. No, another friend of mine too. 2 other friends of mine who is married. I see how they handle it. I see how they handle their wife. I see how they talk to their wife. So that's why I get my ideas from. I don't really get my ideas too much from content creators on YouTube, because majority of the time they don't know what they're talking about. Majority of the time, they're just doing it for clicks and views and for likes, and then that's what's happening in today's generation. They're doing all these clicks and views. People are watching it and they are consuming the content. So when they actually put their foot in the door, meaning they actually get a wife, they don't know how to handle the woman or know how to talk to the woman, and that's the big issue. Go ahead.
I'm gonna agree with you 100%. You feel I'm trying to say? A lot of the YouTubians who are speaking negative about marriage, who are speaking negative, 90% of them are not married, and that's no fault against them. But let's be honest about them. Some of them probably had disgruntled stuff. Donovan Sharp is not even married. Fresh and Fit, they're not married. Rollo Tomasi, he is married, been married for a long time.
No, he's married,
but he's
very long time.
He's telling people to go get a vasectomy. Sneaker.
Well, people get mad, but I kind of agree with him though. I kind of agree with him, but this is not the topic for that today. But when we eventually do the topic on that, I will tell you why I agree with Total Samasi on that one, on that aspect. But go ahead.
Yeah, so you know what I mean? I'm looking at it from this point. I'm like what are these people talking about? You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? We hear these things, and I'm asking people like, okay, is this what you standing on?
Even with Andrew Tate said, I'm on this red pill because it's like I said, the more, like I said, after KS passed away, when KS passed away, this seems like red pill got worse and worse and worse and worse until, you know, Sneeko kind of opened his eyes. Andrew Tate tried to open his eyes. Hey, I don't want to be in this red pill stuff. I don't know what the hell they talking about.
No, because red pill content, it went too far left.
Yeah.
At first, it was about men getting themselves together, going to the gym, looking good for the woman so they can prepare themselves for the marriage. Because the marriage, remember, at the end of the day, is the end goal.
Right.
The end goal is to get married and to raise a family. But with the red pill content, what they're saying is, now they're saying, cuss the women out, choke the women, spit on the women. I don't care what women think. It went too far left, and that was not the whole message was about. And the situation with the Total Tomasi about men need to go get a vasectomy. Remember, Hakeem and Joy, we couldn't agree that men today are having sex unresponsibly. They're not using condoms. They just keep it 100. They're not using a condom. A lot of men that is married are having kids out of wedlock. So if you're going to be out there doing stuff like that, go ahead and get your vasectomy. And then remember, and now that vasectomy is also reimbursed, so you can reverse it at any time. So go ahead and do it, so you won't have kids out the woodworks. And now that it will stop the child rate, pretty much quote unquote child support, to be out of hand. Because right now child support is way out of hand. So if these guys keep continuing to have kids, a lot of the guys are gonna be on the street. Go ahead.
But I'll say the thing about vasectomy is, like I said, you can reverse it, but it takes time till you can produce kids again. And then sometimes it's unlikely that it might not work again. And that's why you know, I heard that some doctors don't recommend men getting vasectomies at 25, because once you get, you know, in your 30s and 40s, you might change your mind. I get it, you get your vasectomy at 30s and 40s because maybe you had a kid, you won't have kids anymore, or, you know, when you're in your 30s and 40s, you really kind of know what you want in your life. So if you want to get a vasectomy, that's fine. But I don't like, you know, really pushing vasectomies at the age of 20, because as you turn 30 and 40, you might want to get reversed. But then again, you get a reverse, it's still a chance that you might not still can have. There's still a chance you still might not have kids. So I feel like, you know, with the vasectomy part, I kind of disagree with it, because it's like, you know, to me, it's like you're cutting your manhood. It's like, you know, to me, it's just like you're cutting your manhood in a way. And to me, you know, even though I know these men kind of be under control, having sex, you know, without condoms and everything. But my thing is that just tell me what about yourself, yo. Why you want to have to be disciplined? You know, why you just, you know, having kids? Why you just having kids, baby, everywhere? You know, to me, it's like if like I say, if you want a right woman to have your kid, make her your wife. Because if you get a girl pregnant and they find out she's crazy, or she's far left, or you know, she's crazy, all that type of stuff, you know, your life is done. You know, because that's child support. You gotta, you know, you gonna hear about, if you got another girlfriend, you're definitely gonna hear about her. Why you with this chick? Why you with that chick? All that type of stuff. And to me, it's like, you know, man, it's like you think about, you know, the for JJ, but you're not thinking about her personality or how she acts and everything. And men really need to start looking and say, hey, look how her personality is. Really look at her in the next 6 or 12 months, how she acts and everything, because I just feel like people just, man, that's have, you know, had sex with these women under control. I want to pregnant, and then once the kid is here, now she's your worst nightmare.
Well, I'm not an advocate of guys getting the vasectomy, but I get his point why he said it. But for a younger man, go ahead.
Listen, with the whole thing that why can't you practice discipline? lot of people can practice discipline. Is people tend to be sexual deviants, but that's that.
But Hakeem, look what we got today. We got Twitter. Twitter is showing porn. Instagram is damn near the porn. They got ass everywhere. So, and we don't even want to talk about Facebook. So, hey, sex is actually thrown in our face. So guys gonna go out there and have sex.
So here's the thing with that. I could put a candy in front of your face. That don't mean you're gonna eat it from me. I could twiddle it right in front of you. Is you gonna eat it? You might be like, nah.
If I'm hungry enough, I will eat that candy. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. If I'm hungry enough, I will. The majority of these guys today are very, very, very out there. They're gonna be like, I'm gonna eat that candy. You throw it in my face, I'm gonna eat it. You know what I'm saying? The way thing why you think OnlyFans is so profitable right now, because OnlyFans right now is bringing guys the desire they always wanted.
Yeah.
I was saying, okay, you eat that candy right, and then tomorrow you might get food poisoning. The same thing you have sex with a woman, you might get some kind of STD or STD.
But how many people say they're willing to take that risk? And they see a bad girl. You didn't see what the guy did with the car. He saw a bad girl. He said, look at my car. Yeah, that's your car. Yeah, that's my car. You didn't see the glitter in his eyes. You didn't see he saw the prize pick from heaven or something. Mm-hmm. Because that's what most guys want. They want that bad chick.
That's true.
No, definitely. Oh. But here's the thing. He doesn't represent what we represent. You feel me? These are guys that are outside of the norm. They don't represent what we trying to do. You know what I mean? Because them guys going to always have some type of hell. He says, before you sleep with anybody, ask yourself whether you are okay with being the mother or the father of your child. Let's talk about it, Gore.
Oh, but yeah.
Mic drop. No.
Hey, go. Nobody thinking that logic. Nobody thinking nothing.
It's a mic drop. Listen, I thought like that too.
It is.
Listen, I'm 40. I'm in my 40s, and I done dodged that bullet because of that. What Gore said. Because the person who you have your seed with determines your future. Determine if your kid is going to be destined for poverty or destined for greatness.
Facts. That's facts, though. That's fact. I think the scariest thing for a man's life is to get that news like, oh, you're gonna be a father of a woman that you really don't want. Like Jordan said, is a woman that you really don't want. It's just the most scariest feeling in the world. The most.
Nigga, talk about it. Like that shit ain't good.
Yeah, because it be like that, and it's just. It's like I said, and I know. So I have a friend. Well, we used to be cool, but I heard a friend of mine. He got a chick pregnant, and he used to have fun with. And then she found out. She was pregnant. He was happy, and then once the baby was born, she did a 180 on him. Acting childish, all that type of stuff, and it was just killing him. He was just telling me like, "Hey, Jordan." He was just telling me like, I said, Jordan. How you picture your girl, how you picture your wife was really, really good because, me, I was just having fun and just having sex with the girl because I know the JJ was good. And then now she just did 180 on me. Now he has to pay child support and everything. And the girl's still acting childish with him, I think, and like you said, the person you sleep with determines if you're going to have a good life, maybe turn to a potential wife, or it's going to be hell for you for the rest of your life, or hell for the rest 18, 19, 17 years.
Talk about it, man.
No, but for real, talk about it. I think people got to get into the mindset of, okay, if I'm going to go sleep with this woman, make a decision, okay, this woman is going to be in my life. And if this condom breaks or if I don't pull out, I'm tending to go be with that woman for 18 or 21 years of my life. It's just going to be us co-parenting. So, but a lot of men don't really think about that at the moment, Jordan and Hakeem. What men think about right now at that moment is the poutine, the box. That's all men thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
I just want that feeling. They don't really care about the child. The child really, the aspect of the child comes later when you get that phone call that, oh, the woman said I'm pregnant. That when the man start worrying. Until then, the man don't really care.
If that's the case, do y'all think prostitution should be illegal?
Yes.
Yes.
Me and Hakeem, we out. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Hakeem, why? Why do you think so?
So here's the thing. We got to look at the good and the evil, but think about the positive beyond it. Men are going to do it could prevent a lot of men from becoming a panty raider. And a lot of people are doing this, and the risks of doing this like behind closed doors and shuffling doors is so dangerous. And you know what I mean? We have a lot of kids that are being produced this way. In the Amsterdam's, prostitution is legal. Prostitution is legal in Nevada. You know what I'm trying to say? And then there's regulations that you have to go through. You have to get tested. You know what I mean? You have to wear contraceptives. You have to be registered. You pay taxes on that boom boom. You pay taxes on that boom boom. Is that the road you want to get? That's the road you're gonna go about. You know what I mean? So I say this. It says if a gentleman has a oops baby with a random woman and he didn't originally have intentions to marry, they should get counseling or suggest therapy to help manage her emotions. Facts.
Yeah, it happens all the time. It happens all the time now. Oops, baby, that happens all the time. Now, my idea of legalizing sex, to me, it'll stop everybody from all this sneakiness, because right now a lot of people are doing it anyway. Like especially in certain states, women they're literally selling their bodies. It's just that people don't really know about it. They're doing it under the table because they don't want to. Because certain states it is illegal. But if you legalize it, go ahead, let the girl go ahead and make some money. Go ahead, get your money. Because girls right now, they're doing it anyway. They're doing it. But go ahead, Jordan. I want to hear your take on it.
Yeah, I agree with this. I agree with it too. I think it should be in these big larger cities to be legalized, like Los Angeles, Houston, Atlanta, Miami, New York. You know, with these big cities where there's a lot of people that's populate these cities, I feel like it should be definitely legal in these major cities because, you know, like I say, we live in a big city. You know, you see a lot of, you know, it's a more chance to see a lot of good-looking women, and you probably, and like I said, you probably want to, you know, want to talk to this woman or probably sit with these good-looking women. And I feel like if you legalize these, you know, start with these larger cities, you probably will see a difference of, you know, of men, you know, wanting for JJ, paying for the JJ, and now they can like, okay, I had sex with a baddie, you know, I did what I did, I did what I've done, and now it's like, okay, cool, what's next for me, you know? Maybe they can think about, okay, maybe I could, you know, think about soon, maybe, you know, find a girlfriend and maybe, or get somebody to marry to. Hopefully it'll work out, but like I said, maybe we need to talk about it, you know, legalizing prostitution, you know, in the United States.
And now that did Mario and Professor Fig got one of the women pregnant, I think, right?
Yeah, it was
like OnlyFans model, right?
Yeah, it was an OnlyFans. Yep.
Did she have a baby or no? Or no?
I think she had an abortion because you don't never hear them talk about it.
Oh, that's true. I don't hear them talk about it. But I got allegedly
on the lead attorney. I can't remember. I think she was talking about on the lead attorney show one time. I can't remember. I gotta look it up. I have to look it up.
Oh, wait, she went on the lead attorney show?
She went on the lead attorney show. And talked about, you know, how, you know, with the process of child support, that type of stuff. If I can find it, I'll see if I can send it to you guys if I can find it.
That's an interesting time. Yeah, shout out to leading attorney. I saw him on DJ Vlad, you know, big opportunity for him. So, you know, that what I'm saying, like men today, their minds, we gotta get it together as men, because at the end of the day, we are the one that is the patriarchy of this country. If men lose their own way, then pretty much the women lose their own way. People tend to not understand that. They think, oh, let the women be. Sometimes women are waiting for the man to guide them, because you can't just let women be. Because if women start being what they want to be, shit gonna get ugly. Go ahead, Akin.
Man, I love that you say that, and that's what the lady said, having a vision, being a leader, being a man who understands what he wants and can see it directly, and that you can only get through that through age and understanding and having the wisdom to go seek help, to go seek your brothers and ask them for advice, to be transparent with your woman, and not to be able to, and not to be scared to be vulnerable. And then truly you'll understand what the situation is.
And what she mean by that, you know, she was saying that when she was talking about the video earlier, it's just about showing it with your actions. You know, just don't talk about doing. And women can see if you are about the action to produce results. Because if you produce that results and everything, see you as a leader, you know, being vulnerable, you know, this is like your chances like she was looking more as a husband. And instead of, you know, if you're not doing that, you know, another woman just might look at you, hey, you can just, you know, probably just, you know, she might use you in a worse way and probably just, hey, I just want you to trick on me. They spin the bag on me.
Yep.
Then go ahead and trick. To me, I always tell somebody, if you got it, I don't think it's tricking, but some people say it's still tricking. But, you know, because they tell you tricking for that woman. To me, if you got it, go ahead and do it. Look at Kevo. Kevo, like, look, I paid 15 grand for a piece of ass. That what he said. He paid 15 grand. He got the money. Go ahead and spend it. So you know, I'm not gonna hate on his game. That's the mindset he had when he think about women. He said, hey, I don't have time to wait to have conversation with a woman. I want to get right to the nitty gritty. The nitty gritty is to get the woman in the bedroom. Here's a couple of change, and let's keep it moving forward. Now, when he get a woman pregnant out of that, that's on him. But then he gonna end up dealing with the consequences. End up dealing with child support or losing it all. Go ahead, Hakeem.
No, you're 100% right. But still, these guys are not regular people. We're regular people. We're the ones who wake up every day, go to work, come home, take care of our families and stuff like that, and do the right thing. And that's the thing that we need to. Jordan said this earlier. We need to stop using these celebrities as a template and look at the everyday people in our lives. And Natasha said all these kinds of women, marriageable though, they are already a former sex worker on YouTube talking about dating and marriage. I don't get it, to be honest. That's funny to me. There's a young lady, I don't know what's her name is, she goes sprinkle. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. What?
She goes sprinkle.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to say the name, but I know you're talking about. Yeah.
So she teaches women to get men for their money, and get with a man who's going to allow you to do what you want. And I said
exactly.
And I said that's prostitution. And you know what I mean? I say you're going to get yourself hurt playing like that. Literally. Let's do the right thing. Let's get married. Don't be scared. If it doesn't work, try again. We're not made to be by ourselves. If that was the thing, we'll be in the woods somewhere. We're not. We barely can be by ourselves now. And we have to have some type of interaction with people. We function better as a group. People don't understand that. People want to play this head nigga in charge, queen bee, or whatever stuff, knowing that they sitting at home. I wish I had some friends and a lover to come here and rub my back.
You right about it, Hakeem, because we got to go to school with y'all and we got to work with y'all at work. Basically. So why not? Why not get married? Come on now.
Yeah. Shout outs to Instagram. It's a lot of people. I haven't been saying, but it's a lot of people was watching the Simply Miss Nay, Untamed Dark Beauty, Love Me Some 44, Miss Juicy Fruit,
okay,
14, and Chef Hassan Ali. And
shout out, man. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
I think you seen us put in the work. We put in the work, man. Instagram, we haven't forgetting about you. We actually do put in content over there on Instagram. If you have not subscribed to Instagram, go ahead and subscribe to Instagram. Give us a follow at the KI Culture Radio page on Instagram. We do put content over there as well. Like we have a lot of reaction videos over there on Instagram. So Instagram, we doing our thing over there. Go and make a comment, Hakeem. I think it's for you.
He said the sad thing is the most of men who say there are no good who say there are no good women at one time had one good and let them slip away. To be honest, a man can at least admit that much. You're 100%.
Yeah,
I've messed up.
I've
messed up. And I'm man enough to say that, and with the help of friends and going to church, I learned that I don't want to make the same mistake twice, and I want to be able to put myself in a position where now I'm spiritually, mentally, and physically trying to become a better father, to become a better man for a woman who I come with, to become a better brother, become a better friend. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean, the goal for me is marriage. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't know about anybody out there in YouTube world, but the goal is marriage. And you benefit so much on marriage when you think you're doing the other person a favor, they're doing you a favor. Some of these people are not even good enough to sit around with sometimes. You know that? Making it seem like they're God's gift. And be like, oh, you should be happy I'm here. No, let's be honest with you. If that didn't come, you would have been by yourself in that rooming house.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Any final thoughts, guys? Could we reach our hour mark? I hate when the hour go by that fast.
Yeah, we was on good. My final thoughts, I would say, is this is going to the men. When you look, like I said, just be intentional of how you're looking for a woman, because if a woman wants a husband, she's gonna let you know. She's gonna definitely let you know what she's looking for. And definitely, if you look at a woman who's trying to trick, she's definitely gonna let you know, hey, I'm just wanting you to spend a bag on me, and if you do this, you get, if you spend a bag on me, I look good in your arm, and you'll have good sex and all that type of stuff. So, man, know what you want. Make sure you practice deep discipline, because you don't want to get the wrong woman pregnant. You do that, you'll be all right. That's my final take.
Yeah, I think marriage just people that marry should start letting people know that's not married that marriage is not that bad. I think that's what's going on right now. A lot of people that is married are not promoting how special and how nice marriage can be. All you hear right now is people that's not married promoting marriage and telling you the bad result of marriage. And I think that's what's happening within this community. Go ahead, okay. That's my final thought.
Definitely. And my final thought is going to be a comment that the beautiful Queen, Miss Vincent, said. She said, it takes a humble person to recognize and correct their mistakes. Queen, you said this earlier, accountability.
Facts.
Accountability, Natasha. And I've taken accountability for the mistakes I've made, and open to communicate and to be able to compromise with somebody. That's growth. That's being an adult. And a lot of men are not at that point. If you're not willing to compromise with your wife, with your mate, and this is my point, be able to compromise and have your heart to be open, your mind to be open, and your spirituality to be intact, for you to be able to accompany somebody in your life. That's my take.
Hey, not only that, but shout out to everybody that do rock with us. The people that's Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We really do greatly appreciate you guys. You don't understand how much we really do greatly appreciate you guys. And don't be afraid to hit that Cash App button. You know what I'm saying? Support the platform. Don't be afraid to support. You see how King he's pointing out his book, which is true. Grab your copy of The Black Love, Insight and Strategy for building a strong African American marriage.
Yep.
Support the platform, guys. Don't be afraid to support the platform, and also get your Chaos Culture Radio t-shirt, which is located on the community tab on the Chaos Culture Radio page on YouTube. So go ahead, get your t-shirt on. Come rock with us, because we go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Make sure on your way out to hit that like button. Make sure on your way out to hit that subscribe button, and also make sure on your way out hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all. I repeat, remember to click all, because throughout the week we put out content, reaction videos, insight on the community pad. On President King, you already know his book. also the Chaos Culture Radio T-shirt. So you could come over there and have a good time because you already know your viewership is very, very important to us. Y'all don't understand that is the most important thing. And like always, thank you for tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio. Thank you, Jesse Meow. Thank you, lovely Natasha Vincent. John Smith, welcome back.
John Smith.
Welcome back. Everybody's coming back. I love it. Everybody's coming back. Realistic Vibe, welcome back.
Welcome
You
back.
know, Hakeem already did a shout out on Instagram.
Yeah.
Our people that normally here, they're gonna probably watch the playback. Shout out to True, you know, and the people that also watch us on Facebook and never comment. They watch us for the
And our Twitch and our number one Twitch guy.
Yes, sir.
well, he commented. He commented. So that's why I appreciate him. He actually commented.
He let us know
So-
he's real. He said he seen me on this block. He said
right.
I seen you on your you was on my block. I was like,
Hey, Gore, just go on the Chaos Culture Radio community tab. You'll see it.
Yeah.
So you click on the community tab, it's there.
On our
It's like a link.
in the community tab, you'll see it. We have the shirt that Ronnie's wear. We have a gray shirt. We have a red shirt, and we have a black shirt. So we have different colors for the Chaos Culture Radio t-shirt.
Yeah, just click. It's there. It's there. If not, I'll put it on my community tab, but it's there. So so people can go ahead and get your get your shirt and get the book. You know what I'm saying? Support the platform as much as you can. Come rock with us. Be serious. That's how I told you. Be serious. We actually Hakeem pretty much branding it. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying?
we're trying to get
A small vision came into reality.
to reality, and we trying to make it bigger. We trying to just promote good, positive. We want to bring a good group of people together, and you know what I'm saying, and just listen. If I got y'all, I don't need nobody else. But let's get it.
Facts.
Facts.
But we appreciate you guys' love, man. Thank you for tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio. Let's go Heat. The game is about to start. We over and out.
Peace.
Jeez.